Man plays games in a very unique way. While others focus on fighting monsters and leveling up, he spends all his time obsessed with lockpicking. Every time Jack opens a treasure chest, he laughs joyfully with excitement. This obsession causes Jack's thief skills to skyrocket to level 50. He then advances to the righteous thief skill, which allows him to steal treasures from monsters. From then on, Jack spends his days scavenging treasures in dungeons. One day, he was lucky enough to discover the entrance to the lowest level of the dungeon. With only 5 minutes left on the clock, Jack rushed down the stairs. However, to his surprise, he encountered the toughest monster yet. Not only could this monster apply status effects, but it could also summon nearby monsters. Luckily, Jack managed to dodge the danger with his forward skill. Just as he entered the next room, he was met with a mass of traps. There wasn't enough time to figure out how to disable them, so Jack quickly decided to use his fly skill. But, much to his surprise, his flying distance wasn't quite enough to reach the entrance. So, Jack was forced to trigger a trap. Using the momentum, he quickly rolled forward toward the entrance. In the end, Jack safely entered the hidden room, and the dungeon's countdown mysteriously stopped. Inside, Jack found a set of stairs that seemed to stretch down endlessly. Before he could reach the bottom, a creepy male voice echoed through the air. The voice was surprised Jack made it this far and invited him to listen to his story as he descended. It turned out the voice belonged to a man named John, an Imperial Knight. A long time ago, he had been tasked with investigating and sealing the Maze of the Dead. But, except for himself, the entire team was wiped out. Determined not to let his men die in vain, John pushed on and made it to the deepest chamber of the maze. But there was nothing there, even the air seemed to be fading away. Eventually, John died there, forced to become the skeletal knight guarding the maze. And now, he stood at the bottom of the stairs. Jack asked what he could do to help John, and without hesitation, John asked him to end his life and set him free. But before he could finish his sentence, the stairs in front of Jack suddenly vanished. Jack fell straight down. At the bottom of the stairs was a grand hall, and John stood silently a few steps ahead. Through their conversation, Jack realized John had been completely taken over by demons. Without hesitation, Jack shot an arrow straight into John's head. But in the next moment, John teleported beside Jack in counterattack. Jack barely dodged the blow, but then used his shield to block a heavy sword strike from John. It was then that Jack realized John far outclassed him in speed and strength. If he wanted to win, he'd have to be crafty. So, when John approached again, Jack threw down a vial of explosive potion, and while John was distracted, he shot a spiral sword. But John's abilities were formidable. He not only blocked the arrow, but also swung his sword, sending a wave of energy that knocked Jack's weapon away. Seeing this, Jack quickly fired a barrage of arrows using his shield bow. The two of them were now locked in an intense battle, neither side gaining the upper hand. Just then, John unleashed his ultimate move.